Hello there YouTube, Devin here again, and today I have another Russian equipment video for you, in which we have here is a kind of mid to late war bandolier. Now, bandoliers were issued in the Russian army quite liberally, actually, during World War I. Most of their soldiers carried a lot of ammunition. You oftentimes had two to four ammo pouches, sometimes more. You see some instances with soldiers sometimes having 6 or 8 ammo pouches on them. And bandoliers. A lot of bandoliers were given to like the Cossacks and the cavalry, because the pouches were kind of hard to reach while on horseback and stuff like that. And the fact that they needed more information because they moved faster and it was harder. Sorry, they needed more ammunition, not information, because they tended to move faster than the supply lines could keep up with them. So you see bandoliers issued very liberally in World War I to the Russian troops because of that same supply line issue with how fluid the lines were. Supply lines were very hard to come by ammunition was pretty hard to come by in a steady source in World War I in the Russian army compared to other armies. And that supply line, that lack of supply line consistency shows in even how the bandolier is made. Now, a lot of pre-war bandoliers would have been leather, and they would have been nice and evenly divided, and they would have had a nice form of like attachment to them and stuff like that, whereas the Russian one here, this mid to late World War I one, is canvas. It's not leather anymore. It is leather reinforced though, and the only thing holding the whole thing shut is this tie. And you would tie this so that it would hold your bandolier shut, or otherwise, it's just a big open slotted pouch again. So you have spots both behind, so you can carry 2 sets of stripper clips in here. You can carry stripper clips behind and in front. It's divided so it has room for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 5-round stripper clips. So you can hold a pretty decent amount of ammunition in this, and you would sling it over your shoulder. It has a strap in the back that's adjustable with one buckle here at the end. Leather, and you would tie it shut for when you weren't using it, but when you were using it, this would be something that would have to be broke in before you could use it. As you can see, this one's pretty new because you could tell that the canvas isn't stretched to the shape of the stripper clips. But normally you would want to break these in first so that your ammo would fit. Canvas needs to be stretched quite regularly. But after you get it nice and well fitted, you don't have to really worry about your ammo bouncing out anyways, unless you're really, really booking it or really, really being careless. Then you might have ammo that falls out of this, but for the most part, the cover would be enough to hold the ammunition in. If you were bouncing around, it's actually a pretty rigid cover, pretty rigid bandolier. So, but this would be a kind of mid to late war Russian bandolier. Canvas material. They came in many colors, in various shapes and lengths and stuff. I've seen some that are only 4. I've seen other ones that are 7 and 8 actually, and some that are even like 14. And they make almost a full circle, and the whole thing is a bandolier. Rather than having a strap in the back, it's all one long continuous bandolier, and as you would need it, you would just keep rotating it around whatever shoulder you had it on to keep accessing ammo easily. But this is kind of your standard pattern. Like I said, this is mid to late war. All the early ones and the pre-war ones that would have been used would have been all leather. But you see these ones mid to late war a lot more often. Eventually they got to the point where they would just start even making them not out of canvas, but out of just like linen. So, and the linen did not hold up very well. It would tear quite easily. It didn't keep the ammunition very dry. Or very clean, which is a problem in your rifle. If you're loading dirty ammunition into your rifle, it tends to cause it to jam and stuff like that. But this is like one of the standard bandoliers, and it's made out of the same canvas. My reproduction field pack came from the same place. It's very high quality. You can see the thick stitching in there. It's cotton stitching, as you could tell there. Big kind of wax cotton stitching in the wear points, but the rest of it is just regular cotton thread. So, but there you go. This is kind of your standard mid to late war Russian canvas bandolier. Something that was an optional carry. A lot of soldiers usually wanted to have extra ammo, but it wasn't something that you technically had to have. It wasn't part of every soldier's kit or a standard issued piece of gear. It was just kind of something nice to have. So hopefully you like this video and you like this sort of thing. You guys tend to like the Russian World War I stuff based on how many requests I had for it. So just wanted to thank you so much in advance for this, and hopefully you like this sort of thing. I'll do my best to keep making these videos for you and everything like that. And in the meantime, if you guys want to, feel free to ask any questions. If you have any suggestions for other videos, I make whole videos based on questions. I have a whole playlist actually based on questions. It doesn't have to pertain to this topic. It can be anything I have or anything you've seen or you want compared from previous videos. I could possibly do that for you. If you have some differences or something that you want to see or anything like that, or some comparisons, I could do that. Just to give you guys some visual effects to go with that history lesson that I'll give you on it. So thank you so much for watching again, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.